The point is that theology is a refutatory science. The purpose of theology, one of my teachers said, we said to him once, we learned to study a lot of fiqh with him, and we said to him once, well, why don't you teach us some theology? And he said, you want to learn Aqida? We said, yeah. He said, okay, repeat after me. Amantu billahi wa malaikatihi wa kutubihi wa rusulihi wal yawmil akhir wal qadr khayrihi wa sharrihi min Allah wal ba'thi ba'da al maut la ilaha illallah. Now you know enough theology. Let's get back to fiqh. And he left it at that, but the point is very true. The point is that if you believe in that and you never have any questions about it, you don't need anything else. The problem is, we have questions about it. People will develop understandings, wrong understandings, on the basis of their own experiences, knowledge, prejudices, etc., etc. What happens? Now you need to say, no, it's not that. No, this. Right? So you're all going along very nicely, and what happens? Well, there's two types of theology. One is the theology for the people on the journey. You say, don't turn that way, come back this way. Where's Atif? He's probably with his son somewhere, right? Yeah, I remember we were driving this convoy to to Syria. We're driving along and it'll be on the radio. No. Second turn on the roundabout, not the third turn. Oh my God, if you take the third turn, you're going to be heading towards Nice, right? Not the third turn. Come back, turn around, come back. This is theology. This is theology. If everyone stayed on the same track, there's no reason for that. And the other part of theology is what? When people are coming to try to pull you away. Okay, and we mentioned that last week. But the point is, if there's never an objection, there's never a point raised. There's never an argument that needs to be made. It's very interesting that in the works of Aqida, for example, the fadila of the Sahaba is mentioned a lot, but the fadila of the Ahlul Bayt is never mentioned in the books of theology. And we believe in the sanctity of the Ahlul Bayt. It's not mentioned in any of the books of theology. Why not? No one ever had a problem with that. No one raised a question about it. So if there's no question raised, there's no reason to answer it. Yeah? Because it's in the Quran, it's very clear. And in the period where there were objections to, the Ahlul Bayt and stuff, then those points were made. But when the great works of theology were written, no one had any, that was a done and dusted debate. It was done, it was dusted. The only issue was the overemphasis on the Ahlul Bayt to the exclusion of the other Sahaba. And so that's what was focused on in the books of theology. Point is, theology relies on assumed premises. And because it doesn't investigate the assumed premises any further, you can't uncover the truth. The ultimate truth with theology. And also, he says, it discusses fields other than theology that are not thoroughgoing. So, theologians are, some of the books, the long books, you'll find whole chapters on the nature of hearing. Yeah? And, we read them, we kind of think, gosh, this is painful stuff. Because what do they know about sound waves and, that kind of stuff. But you find whole chapters. And what does how you hear have to do with whether God is one? Well, in some remote, arcane way, yes, it does. But Ghazali says the problem is, the theologians get caught up in discussions like that, about which they are not experts. Sound familiar? About which they are not experts. They get refuted roundly by philosophers who are experts in that. Yeah? And those philosophers then set up the theologian's lack of knowledge of what the nature of hearing as a straw man, knock it down and say, you see, the whole of Islamic theology is false. Alright? He says, so theology is like medicine. You only take medicine if you have to, for diseases that require it, in doses that are needed, and under the instruction of a skilled practitioner. Otherwise, it's poisonous. It's going to harm you. And he talks about that a lot in the Ihya at great length, so we won't go into it now.